Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 4th grade concept of expanded notation. This is standard 4.2b in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 1 off the 2019 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So people in the United States drink about, big number here, 129,600,000 bottles of water each day. And then we need to find the value of the one, which is right there. So let's see if we can put this into a place value chart. And I'm going to kind of extend this a little bit so we've got some room. There we go. I count 9 digits in my number. So let's make sure we copy this down, and we're going to kind of label each of these to figure out our answer. So if we are labeling these with place value names, we always start at the far right in our ones digit, unless we're dealing with a decimal, because sometimes the decimal is the far right. But this is a whole number, so that means our far right digit is going to be the ones place. So I'm always going to write an O, a T, and an H, moving from right to left, because that is my ones, tens, hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. And this first group of 3, you notice that each of these groups are split into 3s by commas. This is actually called the ones period. So this is ones, tens, and hundreds. And we're going to notice a pattern repeating itself. We've got ones, tens, hundreds, but this is a different period. This is a thousands period. So we don't really say the family name or the period name for the ones, but when we get up here to the thousands, we will say this is the 1000s. Sometimes we just shorten that to thousands. 10,000s, 100,000s. So the ones, tens, hundreds repeats itself, but when you get past this ones period, you start saying the family name afterwards. And then guess what? We've got a ones, tens, hundreds. So that pattern continues for infinity. The only thing that changes is the period name. And so this is the millions. So in 4th grade, we go up to the millions, but after that, you're going to get ones, tens, hundreds of the billions, and then the trillions, and then the quadrillions, and so on and so forth. So we are looking for this one right here, and we want to find the value of that one. So there's a few different ways that we can do that. One way would be to do this. We're going to take the digit, it's 1, and if we write it in expanded form, we can use that to figure out what the value is. So we are going to multiply it by its place value. So this is the 100 millions. So we're going to do 1 times 100 million. How we write out 100 million is we're just going to count. We've got 9 total digits, so that first digit is a 1, so that means there should be 8 zeros following it. So 1 times 100 million. And then we could just kind of do that as a multiplication problem, but realize that anything times 1 is itself. So 1 times 100 million is simply going to be 100 million. There's also kind of a shortcut way to do that, is you just take the digit 1, and then you just count how many places are there behind the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you put that many zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you can tell, there's a reason we put commas, because that is just confusing to look at without those commas. So either way, you're going to get that same answer here. Need an extra 0 up there, of our 100 million. And so what we are going to do is we're going to look at our answers. Obviously, we're going to have to count our zeros. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So A is looking good. B is 100. C is 1,000. D, let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5 zeros. And that's going to put that right here at my 100,000. So that's close, but I don't want 100,000. I really need an extra 3 zeros. So my answer is A.